Joe, come here. Come here. This is Fozzie. Say hi. No, you can't have the microphone. Do you want to read the books? Okay, bye. Welcome back to Bookbuster Reviews. I'm Casey, and today I'm going to be bringing you my January 2026 TBR. So I'm sitting here in my little reading nook corner thing, and thought I should get a TBR out for the month of January 2026. My very first TBR. I've done a book haul, I've done top tens and everything like that, but um, and I've mentioned in like every video so far that I'm a mood reader, so we'll see if this TBR actually sticks true. But I'm traveling to Maui for a couple weeks, and so I will have ample time to read, and I can only bring a finite number of physical books with me. That being said, I'm really looking forward when we get there to going to the Maui Friends of the Library. There's 3 of them. Amazing used bookstores, and just got so many different books that it's sometimes hard to pick because I've got weight limits on the suitcases. So anyway, I am going to be bringing a handful of my books with me, though, just because I want to get through some of these, and some of them were recommendations from coworkers or other friends. And I got a book club book in here, and a couple of Holocaust books because Holocaust Remembrance Day is later in January. So the first book on my list here is actually a holdover from December. I was hoping to finish it in 2025, but I got tired at the end of the year and didn't get as much reading done as I would have liked to in those last couple days. But this was kind of an impulse mood read, and I picked it up at the store and then immediately read it, and that's Night Shift by Stephen King. This is his first published collection of short stories. There's like 20 short stories in here, 16 previously published in magazines, and 4 previously unpublished. But I've actually already finished this, so I will include it in my January wrap-up video, which I'm apparently now promising that I'm going to do. So that's the first one that I already did read, so I know I'm getting to that one. The second one, I'm already like 2/3 of the way through. This was a recommendation actually over the Christmas holiday from a coworker friend of mine who texted me and said, I just finished this book and you have to read it. And that is All the Pretty Horses by Cormac McCarthy. I haven't read any of his stuff before, so this is my first one. And like I said, I'm like 2/3 of the way through it already. I'll probably read a little bit more tonight before I go to bed and then finish it up tomorrow. But not been super interested in reading Cormac McCarthy before, just because, well, I don't know why. But I'm glad this one was recommended to me because so far, so good. This next one was recommended by actually several people that I work with because they know one of the people who's talked about in this book. It's based on a true story, and this is The Last Green Valley by Mark Sullivan. And it is about a family that escapes from Stalin's forces in Ukraine in the mid 1940s. Again, some of my coworkers actually know. I think it's one of the kids that's in this book. It's been recommended to me multiple times, so I finally picked up a copy, and I'm going to read this one next. This next one has been recommended by just about every booktuber out there who's ever read a sci-fi book. I've been kind of avoiding series just because I've read the first book of so many series at this point, but this was personally recommended to me, I guess, by somebody I met recently, and so I thought, you know what? Okay, maybe it's time to read it. And that's Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I really don't know much about this except that it is like a huge series as far as like so many people have read it and love it. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this. It's been a little while since I've read any true like sci-fi fantasy type stuff. So I think this one's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, get into that one. And then the next one is a book that I chose for the book club that I run at my work, and just looking for good thrillers to read. Our folks tend to like thrillers and kind of fast paced things. I have not read this one, but I've heard and I've probably seen the movie. That's Shutter Island by Dennis Lehane. He's an author that I feel like I hear about a lot, and he's got a lot of books like Mystic River, Gone Baby Gone, Live by Night, things that have been made into great movies. So I already like know the twist and everything in this just from the movie, but I'm excited to dive into this one. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then I've got two Holocaust books, like I said. So that was five kind of standard, just thrillers and sci-fi and kind of based on a true story type stuff. But I got two Holocaust related books, which I guess are also based on a true story. First one's technically three, but it's all bound into one, and that is the Night trilogy by Elie Wiesel. I read Night back in like high school, I think, but I've never read Dawn or Day. I've heard they aren't quite as good, if you can call a book about the Holocaust good. I hear that Night is his most famous one, but I'm looking forward to getting into this and reading the other two entries as well, just as a reread for Night, but again, just a way to refamiliarize myself with the horrors of the Holocaust. And in a similar vein, the other one I've got, and I hate that I've got the movie cover, but beggars can't be choosers. I found this at I think it was at Bookishly Happy in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, used bookstore. Just happened to see it and hadn't seen it in the wild, so I picked it up. It's Schindler's List by Thomas Keneally. If you aren't familiar with this, I encourage you to go out and find the movie and watch it. It is hugely impactful, amazing, amazing movie. And I've never read the book, and so I'm really looking forward to reading this again. As much as anybody can look forward to reading about horrible tragedies and everything, but I think this is going to be a really powerful book. So that is seven books that I am going to try to get through. I've got a couple more that I'd like to try to get to if I've got time, but we will see. They may end up moving into February, which is fine. But yeah, I think these may all come with me to Hawaii, and I may actually get through all of them. I got another week before I leave, so I can get through all the pretty horses and potentially the last Green Valley. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into these, and not quite ready to do videos for every single book I read. I still do written reviews for everything, but I think at this point I'll plan on doing like a wrap up video at the end of the month along with my February TBR. Just kind of try to combine those. But this has been my January 2026 TBR from my little reading corner, and I'd like to know, what are you going to be reading in January? And have you read any of these? And what did you think? Let me know in the comments, and please hit like and subscribe if you like this video and want more of this content. Appreciate you joining me today, and I'll see you next time.